Hello everyone and welcome to PAX Area Gaming. Today we are covering part 4 of Elden Ring Nightreign. This is the Augur Expedition. Don't know how they came up with the name Augur, but anyway. This will be the 4th of 7 expeditions before you face the final boss.
Have you found any traces of night? This message is for you. You will hear it often. Seekers of redemption. On the third night, this land will fall. Band together and prepare to claim the life of the Night Lord. That is all. Have you found any traces of night? Each trace of night is a beacon that reveals a larger truth. Defeat the Night Lords as you did the beast to claim 4 traces of night. Only then will the light reveal what lies beyond. Have you found any traces of night? How are you finding the Round Table? I pray that you will be met with some comfort here.
I was just making sure I didn't miss any of her dialogue. She's appeared once before with the same dialogue. I thought since she was here, she had something different to say. Okay, let's get started. I have gone through this run one other time. Augur basically put me to sleep and killed me. So I guess I should prioritize having sleep resistant stuff. It really depends on the route that these folks take. I usually just follow it where they go. Everybody who's playing this game seems to have more experience than me. And as a reminder, I am a multiplayer noob. Even when I played one of the Call of Duty games years back, it was as a single player. It was not as not as part of a team. So the goal always is to basically level up as fast as you can and try not to lose a level. In the last run, the only other run I did of this one, I got swarmed by locusts, which I didn't know was a thing. And they were pretty relentless. They just would not leave me alone. And every time they swarm you, they take away one of your levels. So I think at the time that they started swarming me, I was level 6. By the time they were done with me, I was back to level 1. Which is pretty annoying. Especially since I never experienced it before, hadn't seen anyone else experience it, so I didn't know how to address it. So hopefully they will not show up in this run. Again, I don't know why they showed up. I don't know what status I had that allowed that to happen, but anyway. Hopefully I won't get too lost or separated from my teammates, which was really a thing in the first two parts, not so much in the recent parts, so that's good. My understanding is Augur is weak to lightning. It's interesting because I think the last boss was weak to, the sentient pest was supposedly weak to fire. Didn't seem all that weak to fire, so I guess you can put one of these particular affinities onto your weapon, or you can just go for more physical damage. I think either one works. The Night Lords, the main bosses, are all bosses that you have to whittle their health down patiently. And that's the one thing I have learned, is that you have to be patient. You know, there's no such thing as a really quick fight. When you try to do it quickly, you usually end up dying. Good idea that we're hitting these churches and getting the flask upgrades. Looks like they just ran past, but in any case, I killed a couple of little ones. Maybe I get some runes from that. Again, the main goal is to try to get to at least level 12 by the time you get to the Night Lord. Apparently one of these guys soloed one of the last bosses. The ancient hero of Zemor is usually ice-based. Although this one doesn't. Let's see. Yeah, I figured getting a mark on him, he's almost dead, so if I can avoid getting killed and get off a couple more shots, he should be dead. Yep, there we go. Okay, we're up to level 6. Making some pretty good progress. Day 1. Yeah, by the end of day 1, I guess somewhere between 6 and 8 would be good. Higher than that would be great. I always select something. I try not to ever not take one of the loot prizes that you get, even though they're not always helpful to the particular character. Yeah, some runs I find a lot of bows, and other runs I don't. I think in one run, I think I had six different ones. None of which were upgraded, but I don't think they necessarily need to be, although it would be helpful if they were. If you're able to find the smithing stones or purchase them. Okay, I did not get another level out of that one, so we're still at level 6. Okay, this is a good one. This should get me to 7. I think. Oh, okay. Got me to 9. I'll take it. So now I feel really confident about the end of day 1. It's either, my guess is it's going to be either one of 3, the dragon, the centipede, or the gargoyle. Well, I guess it could be the cavalry guys, which is the most annoying of the group. Because there are 3 of them, they seem to have like an impossible amount of health. Very, very extremely annoying field boss to take on. Although probably not as annoying as the Fell Omen guy, who teleports all over the place. Alright, let's see what we get. Okay, we get a dragon. See if I can get a mark on it. Actually, and we're doing pretty good damage on it already. This is probably actually one of the more easy ones because he's pretty slow. He telegraphs his moves, and if you can stay out of range of that poison, if you can just stay behind by his back legs, you're usually pretty good. He's already less than half health. I still have an ultimate that I could use. Well, do I have it yet? Yeah, I have an ultimate that I could use. Use it now. Alright, it knocks him down to almost... Oh, he's gone. Okay, so day 1 is done. Very easy. And I don't say that lightly. I've listened to some gamers, oh, you easy boss. You know, this one was definitely easy. It took, what, less than a minute? Okay, now let's see what day 2 has to offer. I mean, typically you can get through day 1, 2, and 3 in less than an hour. I think in the previous parts, it's somewhere around 55 minutes. If you take out intro, outro, and babbling at the end, it's probably like 48 minutes or something like that. So let's say 45 to 55 minutes. You can get through a Night Lord, or at least a run if you make it all the way to the boss. Sometimes you end up dying before you get to that point. You know, I've died at every stage of these expeditions. Although I don't die at day 1 anymore. I have died a couple of times at day 2 more recently. I shouldn't say die, been defeated at day 2 more recently. As you die, you can revive as long as everybody else is still alive, but if they're all dead and you get killed, there's an ice dragon somewhere, probably in an upcoming part, I don't think it's in this section, that kept killing all of us, but then we kept going back to try to fight the thing, and I'm like, well, why are we continuing to try to fight this? It's clearly we're out of our class when we're trying to fight this thing. We didn't have any fire weapons, but yet we kept going back there. I think that section is going to open up after we defeat the boss in this area. I think. since I only upload twice a week, there are times when I'm on actually playing another part, still editing a previous part, although there's not as much editing. It's really, for me, it's just voiceover, because the expeditions are the expeditions, so there's not a lot of editing process. In some games, if you record 2.5 hours, you need to edit some of the stuff out where you're wandering around or you get lost or you're thinking or one of those kinds of things. This isn't like that. Okay, so we're in the snowy area in this section. I thought it would be in the next one. All right. Yeah, this is the part I remember. They're trying to fight the ice dragon. Okay, I thought it was in the next episode, but it's in this one. Oh no, he's not an ice dragon. But I think there isn't one. I think there is one coming up. I'm at level 10, and when you do that, it's almost as though you're willing to sacrifice a level. And maybe it's my bad for not putting on some frost-resistant relic, which I think I do have. But the game doesn't allow you to make in-game or in-expedition changes. So I'd have to be defeated, then go back and change it. I mean, part of that is the learning process, right? When you realize that you weren't well equipped to fight whatever the enemy is. I see this frostbite thing. And I guess you can have a Bolrus as well. Although one of the guys is dead. So I guess he didn't have one of the Bolruses either. Okay, he's back. He's likely to die again. As long as we don't all three die, we're good. The frostbite is a bitch. Oh my god. It's just eating through my health potions because I didn't pick up a Bolrus. Which may have been at one of the churches or one of the other areas, and I just didn't pay attention because I didn't realize that we'd be dealing with this. Okay. And we're doing almost no damage to this thing. Okay, so that's going to cost me a level. So I was at level 10. Now I'm at 9. May as well kill these couple of guys to get some runes back. I don't know whether I'll be able to pick up the ones I lost, because I think I'll die again if I go back to this area. Unless these guys have moved on, I'm not sure they have. Certainly spawned me in a weird spot. These guys, it seems like they're way the hell away from where I spawned. Unless there's a shortcut I just didn't realize when I was trying to get it. Oh, shoot. Oh, it's running across this chain thing. Gotcha. Oh, God. This is crazy. Come on, Reg. by the time I get over there, whatever boss they're facing will be done. Okay, alright. How about doing this? Oh, great, the dragon is there. It wasn't where we were, because we didn't cross the chain thingy to get over here the first time. That's really interesting. And I got frostbitten immediately. And it looks like they have him down to, looks like a little bit more than a third of his health left. We're spending an awful lot of time on this particular boss, which... So the investment in time is if we don't beat him, then all we did was invest a lot of time and energy and end up with nothing. If he's defeated, we end up getting a shit ton of runes. A site of grace, and hopefully the night is not approaching. Looks like, okay. Gonna end up dying. But, wow, okay. This was all due to these two guys, not me. Trust me. Not me at all. Okay. Up to a level 11. Oh my god, a death bird? No, a dragon. Alright, cool. This one shouldn't be as difficult as the last one, since he doesn't seem to have any of those crazy affinities that can kill you in an instant. Awesome. Yeah, not enough to get another level. But we have to be getting pretty close to the end of day 2. Well, maybe not. No, we have to be getting close to it. Well, one of the things I realized is the regions that we're in don't seem to have anything to do with the particular boss. Because it's not a ice-based boss that's the Night Lord. Okay, this is great rune hunting here. Okay, so got a mark on that one. This one's almost dead. Okay, great. We can go back to the other one. Got a mark on him again, and he is done. I like these kinds of boss fights. So I'm picking improved frost resistance, which probably isn't very wise because I know the Night Lord is not a ice-based boss. He's a sleep-based boss, so, or she's a sleep-based boss, so I don't know. Maybe the final field boss is ice-based. I'm not sure. Okay, so now we're waiting for day 2 to come to an end. The good thing is, even though we spent a lot of time on the ice boss, and maybe this land is just more desolate and there are not a lot of other enemies around to fight. Maybe these guys know that. Because otherwise we'd have a little bit more time to run around, find another church, if there's one in the area. But it sort of seems like we would have had, looks like 2 or 3 minutes of free time left. I guess I should have just opened the map and taken a look to see what's in the area. Maybe there's nothing. I mean, there are definitely parts of the Elden Ring map in the mountaintop area where there was just nothing. You found a couple of ruins. I think there was a tower or two. But it wasn't like it was as populated as some of the other parts of like Limgrave and some of those other areas. Alright, so my teammates are taking a little power nap. I'm getting my steps in. That's hilarious. But it also speaks to how much free time we had. Which probably means we weren't, again, depending on what else is in the area, we weren't as efficient as we could be. And again, at level 12, this is the level you want to be at when you get to the boss. Maybe, you know, if we defeat this field boss, we get to level 13. I'm not sure. We'll find out. It would be nice to get there, but again, anything above level 10 when you're going into this is, I think, pretty good. I know, you know, 15 makes people a lot more comfortable. That's the max. That makes people a lot more comfortable. Probably makes you less squishy. I think I've only achieved that once, so maybe as I go on to the upcoming bosses or Night Lords, I'll get a little bit better at it. There are these gravity guys. It's the first Falling Star beast I've faced in. Just watch out for the tail whip, and watch out for his little running. Oh my gosh, his little defensive player move from football. Jeez, he's doing a whole lot. I need to see if I can get a mark on him to do a little bit more damage. Oh, he's doing his gravity thing. Alright, cool. We avoided that. Wow, he didn't do that in the main game. That's pretty impressive. I like that. Watch out for the tail whip. He's pretty intimidating. There we go. I think it gives me like 10% more damage or something like that. I don't know whether that's stackable. I guess I should figure that out, because if it is, then every time my marking ability is reset, I should just go and just keep marking them. mean, it seems like it only takes about 10 or 15 seconds to reset. And I'm not sure. Well, he finally got me with one of those moves. Okay, someone got a crit. Oh, nope, that wasn't a crit, I guess. Guess it was just a parry. I'm not sure I'm doing any damage to this guy. Okay, got a mark on him again. Alright, we're making progress. Yeah, my strategy should have been to, after marking him, then use the ultimate. So you do a lot more damage. But he's almost dead anyway. Alright. Jeez. Noisy, rambunctious creature. Okay, we have our spirit, our little spirit thing here. And in some cases, if there's still other things around that you can fight, but in this case it wasn't. It's a desolate area of the mountain. So you kill the falling star beast, and then you sort of move on. So you see what you can upgrade. You level up. I'm still at level 12, so I didn't get another level from the falling star beast. Buy a smithing stone, probably one that I can't use to upgrade a weapon. I gotta stop buying those. I've bought a few of those in my runs, and I think I need a different one, so I should purchase them from the guys that we see out in the world instead of here. I already have like multiple bows. The big one takes forever to load, so it's probably not helpful. I don't know why I picked it up. Yeah, it's just too. It's like 3 seconds to fire off a bolt or a bow with that thing. It probably does more damage, but you're sacrificing the number of the DPS, I guess, the damage per second. If it's taking you that long to load one up and shoot. Alright, this is Mavis, Phantom of the Night. The Night Lord of the Augur Expedition. And I should watch out for whatever that is that she is spraying on me. I think the thing that, when I had the other run on this, the thing that sort of killed us was, first of all, not having anything to reduce the effects of sleep. So every time you got hit with it, not only did you fall down, but you would take damage. And we weren't finding a bunch of sleep bulruses or anything like that while we were doing our run anyway, and maybe it was just the path we took. There are a couple of moves to pay attention to that I didn't in the first run. And one was this nuclear bomb that she sort of drops very slowly. And you can destroy it before it hits the ground. If you do that, it won't explode. If you let it hit the ground, you gotta be far, far, far away. These little, those things, those little tentacles that come out of the ground and smack you around are really annoying. But generally speaking, if you just keep moving, they'll almost always miss you. If you stand in one spot, I don't know why I'm standing in one spot since I can actually fire these arrows while I'm moving. If you stand in one spot, it creates a bit of an issue. Again, this boss is supposed to be weak to lightning, and for some odd reason I'm not using the bow that had lightning on it, unless I dropped it, which is quite possible, since I kept finding bows and picking them up and getting rid of others, which I probably shouldn't have done. Because I think I had a relic that said my starting armament would be lightning, would have lightning bolt on it. So clearly I got rid of that somewhere along the line. And it seems like it's going to be really difficult to get a mark on Mavis. Beautiful new age music in the background, really nice. These little exploding jellyfish things, I don't know what kind of damage they do. They blow up next to you, they do damage you, or they could damage you, and if enough of them get you, they can actually kill you. Okay. I should have been trying to get a mark on it. That was a waste. Okay, that's two deaths to this boss already. So if I was closer, I can get a mark on it. I'm just too far away because I can't figure out her little telegraphed. Oh, that's the nuclear bomb. And I'm too far away to do any damage. Oh my god. Run. Oh well, too late. So that's what happens when it detonates. So when she goes up like that, right, and these guys must know that, you should, I don't know whether, even though I'm the bow guy, I don't think, unless it's a much stronger bow that I have, that I could actually do anything. Maybe if I had the lightning one, I could disrupt that thing. But the smarter move is just to get far away from it. Once you get out of the AoE range of it, you're good. It looks like we got her down to about 40% health. Maybe a little bit less than that. Whoa. Looks like I was too far away to do any damage with that. Dodge. Okay, I think I finally figured out how... I was getting ready to say I finally figured out how to dodge that and then got hit with the second one. And now I need to hopefully have the chance to heal a little bit. Okay, good. Warming Stone is really, really doing a good job. The little slapping tentacles can't reach me. She's coming in for a dive bomb. Okay, run. No. Just run as far as you can. Don't look back, just go. Okay, now you can look back. Alright, so we survived that, which means she is probably going to die, because I don't think she does that frequently. So if I can avoid being put to sleep again, and I'm not going to get a mark, avoid the tentacle things and just keep chipping away. Okay, Maris, say goodnight. And Maris, Phantom of the Night, is done. Strange boss. Very strange. Not all that difficult. Got some nice relics. Question is, will they help me for the next Night Lord? I think the next Night Lord is a madness-based Night Lord. So I have to figure out whether or not I have any relics that would address that, and whether or not the path we take, the route we take in the expedition actually gets me anything that would mitigate that. Or find something that it's weak to. She's back.
I see it now. Shrouded by haze, yet clear as day. A sign of the root of all ill, of the thing we must needs slay. The onset of night. The time has come. We now face the primordial Night Lord. It will be unlike any other battle. But I have faith. The Nightfarers shall prevail. I cannot help but think. We were an odd lot, weren't we? Thrown together by forces beyond our control, with no choice but to accept our duty to fight. You, for one, were up to the task. And for that, you have my deepest gratitude. Eventually, there will be a time to celebrate. When our work is complete. For now, let us bury this devourer of worlds. Speak as you wish. This
I
message
think she's,
is for you. You will
yeah,
hear
she
it
said,
often.
she said
Seekers
this
of
before.
redemption. On the third night, this land will fall. Band together and prepare to claim the life of the Night Lord. That is all.
Yeah, she's definitely no Melina. All right, so at this point, we're going to wrap up. Thank you guys for joining me in episode 4, or part 4 of Nightreign. When we come back in part 5, we will be dealing with the Equilibrious something or another, the next Night Lord. All right, thanks a lot. Please give me your comments, like, and subscribe. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. See you guys in the next episode.